want to do a little like spiel on Andrew Luck for retiring and his neck beard, but I don't really give a fuck about that shit, and neither do y'all. But I do want to talk a little bit about AB to the Pats. And I don't really want to talk about it from a football point of view. I think the Patriots are going to be a really good football team with or without Antonio Brown. I don't really give a fuck because I have not put any money on the Patriots. But I do have Antonio Brown on my fantasy team, so his success is close to me making money. So, but whatever. Here's the thing, though. When he was trying to leave the Raiders, I became seriously concerned about the guy. You know, some of the wild stuff he was doing, it just didn't make sense. And I was like, bro, does this nigga have CTE or is he a fucking genius? And as it was going on and on, I'm like, bro, this motherfucker really might have early stages of CTE. We need to check on him. Damn football, we need to be worried about his overall mental health because the motherfucker don't seem stable. But then when everything rolled out, it's like, okay, maybe he... You know, once they said they was going to take his money, he was like, bro, I don't want to play with these losing ass motherfuckers anyways. Let me go to where I wanted to go in the first place and make some, and win. And play in a great system and play around great people and great infrastructure. I mean, some of us all act crazy when we're not in the proper work environment. And he did what he could to get to that work environment. But here's what I ask myself. Is it worth it? And I say is it worth it because you see where society is going, where people are going like Odell Beckham plays on a $350,000 watch. That's nuts. For what? Why the fuck are you wearing a watch on a football field? But then you can say the same. Well, why would somebody wear a chain? It's like, oh, well, you know, you can barely even see it. Well, exactly. Why would you wear it? Because you barely even see it. For me, I'm like, well, I don't take my chains off. Then you got Alvin Kamara. And the BBS is like, go diamond grill, shine like, bro, do you really need that when you play football? I mean, but it is swag the fuck up. And it's like, where do we draw the line on acceptable out of the box behavior? And I think, don't get me wrong, Antonio Brown and some of the other stuff I'm talking about, they're separate, but it goes to people no longer falling in line and doing what the system tells them to do. It's about blazing their own path. And to a degree, you know, everything to me is with a degree. I don't really go all the way left or all the way right on much. But to a degree, I agree with them. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know if I could go as far as Antonio Brown did to sabotage himself in order to get to where he wanted to go. And maybe that speaks to my inability to do what it takes to be where I want to or need to be. I don't know. But how far would you go? How low can you go? Like, what is too far? Like, is this nigga crazy? Is he really crazy? Should he be checked? Do we need to start doing like brain scans of this motherfucker? Make sure, you know, he ain't CTE'd up? Or was he really just masterminding a move to get to New England? Either way, I don't know. And I just hope Tom Brady throws him the ball a lot and he scores a lot of touchdowns because I need that for my fantasy football team. But I saw an interesting take on Instagram today, and I say it's interesting because I think it's fucking trash. But somebody was saying that AB to the Patriots is worse than KD to the Warriors. Why, how, who, what, when, where? I guess. No, I don't fucking guess. I see the parallel. Somebody who's at the top of the league going to one of the best teams in the league, one of the best infrastructures in the league. But I think it's a little bit different because, for one, there was like 2 weeks ago the Patriots didn't know where their receiving corps was going, and I still don't think they know where it's going because Josh Gordon is like a day away from not playing. Julian Edelman's old as fuck. Demaryius Thomas is out of town, and we don't know when N'Keal Harry's coming back. There was an obvious gap, so they took it. But then also, like, the effect of one person on an NBA floor as opposed to the effect of one person in an NFL game are two totally different things. Football is a contact sport for one. People are going to get hurt. People don't like to get hurt in the NBA. I mean, it happens, but not nearly as often as football. Football is one game, so anything can happen on one given day. There are different variables, whether it's weather. Home field matters a little bit more in football because of weather, stadium type, the crowd, I think, has a larger effect. There's more people on the field. And Antonio is not a primary player. He's a wide receiver. He does not control games. Receivers do not control games. If you look at the best receivers in NFL history, you take away Jerry Rice, but you look at Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss, Chris Carter, right? Terrell Owens, Chad Ochocinco, I already said Calvin Johnson. Who else? Larry Fitzgerald. Hell, even AB to this point in his career. Julio Jones to this point in his career. Nuke Hopkins to this point in his career. These motherfuckers ain't won shit. So winning does not come with being a great wide receiver. Whereas in basketball, if you're a great fucking three-man, you're probably going to win a championship because you have the opportunity to control the game. Now, prior to coming to Golden State, Kevin Durant had not won one, but he was close. He was on the edge. A little bit here, a little bit there, and he has a motherfucking ring. So I just think that was a weak-ass take. I thought it was something just to get clickbait and to get people like me talking about it and people more important to me actually talking about it and us to look at it on Instagram and talk shit about it. And I just think that's trash when the media does that shit. But another thing, man, shit, speaking of AB, have we heard about the allegations that just came out? I'm going to take a bathroom break and we're going to get into the allegations about AB. Alright, let's take a little pissy piss. Let's get back into this AB shit, man. So I'm sitting at this Mexican spot today that I went to for Taco Tuesday, but apparently they didn't want me to do Taco Tuesday. That apparently LeBron's not gonna be able to copyright, which who gives a fuck, nigga? You didn't make up Taco Tuesday. But anyway, so I went with Taco Tuesday action, then it pops on my phone. Antonio Brown, accused of rape, sexual assault. I'm like, oh shit. Prime timing. And then you get to the pass and it's like, oh shit. No. This police got this out your closet, boy. Ain't no Super Bowl for you, nigga. But on a serious note, so I went through and read through the allegations and I'm like, oh. So you kissed her without permission? Okay, you probably shouldn't have done that. I can think of a man or two who's probably guilty of kissing a woman without permission, because I don't know many men go, hey baby, can I give you a kiss? Yes, thank you. You know, you kind of just, you be filling out the vibes, which is really scary because now you can't really be filling out the vibes because at the end of the day you could think you'd be filling the vibes, but then if you fill out the vibes and then you don't be like, hey, can I do this? Then you technically did not get consent. And back in the day, they said silence was consent, but silence ain't consent no more. Consent is consent, and if you don't get consent, you didn't get consent. So, that's that. Then he pulled out his loaf, and I'm like, alright, probably should have done that. But again, I think of a man or two to hit a chick with a pack out. Again, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it exists out there, and it's common. At some point in the world, in the world, it was common practice when they say, hey, they pull the loaf out. Then I read it like, he jacked off in front of him. I'm like, okay, that's getting a little weird now, bro. You just pulling your dick out and masturbating in front of him. Like, yo, baby, honey, you like what you see, girl? Right, nigga, put that shit away. Fuck you jacking off for? There's a woman right here. Go stick her. Get some head. If she allows you, with consent. And then finally, he said he busted on her back. And I'm like, well, I've busted on the back or two before. But it was after having consensual sex and did not want to bust inside of the woman because that would be, I ain't trying no kids. So, just found myself just hoodwinked, bamboozled. I'm like, oh my God, AB. Why would you do all this sick shit, for one? And why would you do all this sick shit without permission, for two? And why would you do... it's just like, oh my God, motherfucker, you fucking up. So then, you know, I have my skepticism because timing is everything. And not to say that a victim can't come out and call a nigga to put his nigga's feet to the fire whenever she feels like it. But I just found it out, you know. Well, he just got to a new team, just signed a $10 million contract. This shit happened when? And then the reports were weird because it was like a chick you went to college with, you know what I mean? And all this other shit. And like, oh, like, bro, this shit happened in college over 10 years ago? Again, you know, you can't put a date on a victim coming out. But it's like, oh, it happened in 2017 and 2018. And it happened over a period of time. Again, I'm not going to get too deep into this shit because Me Too ain't coming after my motherfucking ass. I am scared of y'all bitches. Let me tell you. So then goddamn, let me see something. But the text get a little nasty. This man, what he said? I jacked my dick on your back. Slept with you in bed. This nigga can't type. Fuck your knowledge, bitch. I been all pro before I even knew you. So then they didn't go to college together. You hit me up online, bitch, crying. I didn't hit you up. You never left my house since you had hotel. You feel asleep on my couch. Bro, this nigga is dumb. Fuck out of here. My baby mama tricked your dumb ass. Blast me. You're a failure. Tell everybody you own a gym. What you gonna blast? Don't fucking write my phone. Lion, Lien. Bitch. Thought it was easy to get a come up using God alias fake asshole. You and your mama thought y'all hoes had a come up. Fuck out of here. Don't write my team. Alright, nigga. The fuck? Thank you for giving us control of your life for 3 weeks. Next time you and your mama plotting on the come up, make sure you all hoes pick the right man. Dumbass hoes. Maybe somebody you already fucked your mama controlling your life. Like she gonna help the come up. You failed at gymnast. You a nobody. Me and whatever. A laugh about this shit. Me busting on your back. It's not funny. I'll let them know when I'm bored. You a disgrace to little girls. You a failed gymnast. Living in the past at your mama house with your mama. Like I showed you around. You're welcome. My baby mama know a weak bitch. When she spot one, you played yourself. Alright, for one, I don't condone men talking to women like that. This is absolutely just unnecessary. And I also don't condone niggas having such poor grammar and they type it in text. And like, nigga, AB, I give you the smartest cookie in the motherfucking pot, but goddamn, nigga, this shit's terrible, nigga. Like, I could barely even read that dumbass shit the way your motherfucking ass is talking. But, whatever. Look, niggas, here's what I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna let the courts deal with that shit. She filed a civil suit, which means she wants the bag, and AB is countersuing for extortion. So I'm gonna let that shit play out, and that's a smart move by him. That if he didn't do anything wrong, you should countersue because that also helps clear your motherfucking name. And if you didn't do shit, bro, don't sell out of court because then you motherfucker you did it. But here's what I'm gonna get into. Hey, niggas, stop being stupid with your goddamn phone. What you texting this motherfucker for? If you got something to say, call it, hey, bro. Because screenshots, baby. Screenshots. But then again, I don't know if you should call it because, hell, 8B record everything. I'm sure he got the motherfucking recordings from the phone call. He got everything. That motherfucker is TMZAB by his goddamn self. But then, like, why go out and demean the lady? Okay, she trying to, you made me mad. I got that shit. But, man, bro, let your legal team handle it. You know what I'm saying? Don't call out of her name. Don't be calling her dumbass bitch. And if you're going to call her dumbass bitch, at least spell dumbass bitch right, you dumbass bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't understand a motherfucker like, oh yeah, bro, I'm busting on your back. Okay, nigga. You an all-pro wide receiver. I hope you done busted on a bitch's back before. My baby mama know you weak. Okay, the dumb bitch still staying around. Okay, good for her, nigga. You got her pregnant. You stuck with her. Who gives a fuck? She probably fucking with your niggas. I'm being like the fucking like woman supporter right now, which is nuts because let me shut up. But I just find it crazy. Like, I just don't understand the man who wants to go, you ain't shit, I'm all pro. Okay, good for you, nigga. She know what the fuck you are. You know what the fuck she is. You still fucked. You know what I mean? You still were interested in a woman. So obviously, like, she is some type of something. It's one thing if you don't know anything about an individual, you get to know, like, oh shit, bitch, you ain't shit. Or you be like, oh, this bitch ain't shit, but I'm still trying to fuck. But once you try to fuck, like, you can't say she ain't shit no more because it's like, oh, well, nigga, you try to fuck. Like, I remember one time, it was this chick, she looked nice, you know what I mean? And I pulled up on her, you know what I mean? And I missed. Shooters missed. I missed the shot. And then, the bitch said something, I was like, bro, everyone said this bitch, she ain't really shit. But I'm like, I can't tell her she ain't shit because I tried to fuck. So once you try to fuck, it's like, oh yeah, you done lost that one. Because nigga, they're like, well, if I ain't shit, you still try to, well, yes, I fuck people who ain't, bitches who ain't shit, because I ain't shit, motherfucker. Neither here nor there. But, I just can't get into the meaning of women who you trying to shoot at. Like, AB, nigga, you're 31. What are you doing? Who cares? Like, I don't, and if you want to tell a woman she ain't shit, well, stop fucking women who ain't shit. Fuck other women in your tax bracket, other women in your social circles. Like, here's what men gotta stop doing. And I'm not here to preach to men. I don't do that. But what we gotta stop doing is reaching down for women just because they're attractive, just because they're bad. We gotta find women who are there on our levels that we can actually vibe with and rock out with. Because what ends up happening is you start messing around in the gutter. She might look good, but she's a gutter slut. And you get gutter slut problems. And then when you want to say something to the motherfucker, be like, oh yeah, I'm done with you. You ain't about nothing. Then you find yourself in a situation, right? Because look, if you're messing with women who are in your tax bracket, you're not gonna get extorted. If he's getting extorted. Now, if he raped her, then bro, nigga, you're nasty and you need to be fucking dealt with appropriately. But if you mess with these broke hoes, you got all this money. Well, duh, she gonna try to get a bag if you start fucking with her? Like, that's the society that we live in, and we've seen this happen so many times and times again. I don't understand why people still keep going back to it, why they still keep fucking with it. I just don't know. Like, nigga, how dumb can you be? Learn from the mistakes of others. Don't be dumb. Nigga, don't be the dumb ass bitch, you dumb ass bitch. But based on all the shit AB been doing, shit, I don't know what the nigga is. Is he a dumbass bitch that got CTE? Is he fucking mentally unstable? Or is he just fucking an insane genius? I don't know. But that's why your fucking celebrities shouldn't be your role models, because these niggas is fucking nuts too.